Hello lads, I welcome you to a new video and a new series. We will be playing through DDLC Within. As you can see with my new VTuber model, it's a Monika fucking specified mod. Sorry, I am a bit tired since I began recording this very late. So yeah, let's get right into it. Our name will be again Atazov, and let's go. Act 1, something about us. It's an X, interesting. It's a regular Tuesday morning like any other. Nothing too exciting, but not entirely boring either. It's just the basic, run-of-the-mill school run, as usual. I'm waiting for Sarah, my neighbor and childhood best friend. She is the kind of person who couldn't imagine making friends with day one. But I guess it just works since we've known each other basically all our lives. In a way, she's like the little sister I never had, despite her being a whole 2 months older than me. I look at the clock on my phone. Come on, Sarah, we'll be late at this rate, I grumble to myself. Eventually, the door of her house opens and out emerges Sarah. She's just getting her bag on, all while keeping a half-eaten slice of toast firmly locked in her jaw. Sorry, I overslept again. Her voice is partially muffled by the toast. I just roll my eyes and give her a smile. Would rolling my eyes work? I I don't have my glasses on. I cannot tell if I'm actually rolling my eyes. Also, it's quite dark, so it might not recognize. Oh well. I figured. Hey. Sarah finally takes the toast out of her mouth and speaks, her voice still slightly muffled due to her chewing. That's me, Natazov. I'm kidding, I chuckle. Since we were young, it's always been easy to tease Sarah from time to time. She knows I'm joking, but her reactions are way too fun to pass up. Blah, fuck. Hmm. Anyway, Sue coming? Well, yeah. We soon started the walk up to school. With every passing minute, the street starts getting flooded with students ranging from groups of friends, those on their own and couples. With Sarah and I making small talk along the way up, she then brings up something that's clearly been on her mind for a bit. Say, you've not joined a club yet, have you? I should use this, our mod playthroughs, as a opportunity to fucking learn how to make dialogue and talking for my own mod. Yeah, Jesus, that's gonna be horrible. Whew. Stay tuned for that, lads. That will be a fun ride. Um, no, not yet. I scratch the back of my neck as my voice trails off. Admittedly, I'd not really been looking for any clubs. None of the ones I'd seen so far really piqued my interest, and the one club I've been remotely interested in, the music club, has been closed the previous school year due to a lack of funding. I then look over at Sarah, who seems to be remembering something. Well, maybe you could check out my club. That reminds me, Sarah has recently told me that she was the vice president of the school's recently established literature club. Whilst literature had never really taken my fancy, I do remember my English grades being decent at best. And as a budding musician, it helps to break down song lyrics to find the meanings behind each track. It kinda counts as poetry, right? I sigh. I mean, I don't really have much else to do, so I guess I can stop by. Yay! Sarah lets out a cheery yawn, still half asleep, I guess. I hope that it's gonna be at least a bit happy this one. After last time, where we saw Natsuki hang herself and MC jump off a cliff, we could use the pick me up for happiness, but knowing the community and the mods, I doubt it. Ah, shite, my eye! She then grumbles in a way that's still quite audible. Good job I asked Natsuki to make those cupcakes last night. I decided to play them, even though I clearly heard her. What was that? Nothing, she chuckles as we now stand outside the school gates. Anyway, see you later. Sorry, wait. Before I can finish, she's already become one with the bustling masses. I don't even know where the club is now. Knowing Sarah, fuck. She'll realize that and let me know later though, so I can't complain too much. I check my timetable to remind me of my first period, and I check mine and we're 5 minutes into the video. Ooh, I like how movable the hair is with the model. It's fun. Period 1, History, Mr. I. Serizawa. Ah, history, one of the few subjects I'm genuinely any good at. History is fun. He did say history a lot, right? Oh yeah, he did. I already forgot, Jesus. Time to get this day over with. The school day was about as ordinary as ever, and it's over as soon as it began. As I start packing my things, it hits me that I've not seen Sarah since this morning. She's gone to the club without me, hasn't she? By the time I get to the door, a familiar flash of peach-colored hair and a red bow catch my eye. Sarah runs up too, and then holds her arms against the wall. Give me a second. She speaks between a fucking hell. I should really record these at a time that I'm full awake. She speaks between exaggerated breaths. You didn't need to run here, you know? I chuckle with a smirk. But I forgot to tell you where the club is. My earlier guess was right, I suppose. Ah, fair enough. I step into the corridor. Anyway, we going? Yep. Sarah beams, seeming to fully recover from her breathlessness, as we start to walk up. We soon find our way up to a section of the school that bloody hell, rarely visit, besides for music class. Soon enough, though, we find our way to the club room. I have a peep through the window and can spot a purple-haired girl with a gentle yet intense expression that's focused on the book on her desk. I can also hear some partially muffled voices, hinting at more members inside. Sarah swings the door open and bolts into the room. Guys, the new member is here! But I haven't even figured out if I like the club yet. Oh well. I timidly enter the room and wave as the club's other members look in my direction. Fucking PTSD from Yuri from the last mod. I hope this Yuri will be more, well, less yandere, more normal, please. The girl with the purple hair closes her book before getting up and walking towards me. I think I've seen her before in my science class. I could be wrong though. I'm not known for my attention span in science after all. She speaks in a soft voice that matches her gentle expression. So, you're the Atazov that Sarah was talking about? She always says nice things about you. A much shorter girl with pink hair that's decorated with assorted red clips and ribbons comes up. Much like the other girl, I'm certain I've seen her in one of my classes. Just can't remember her name. Surely I'm not that bad with names, am I? Seriously, Sarah? You brought a boy? Way to kill the mood. The tall... fuck. The taller girl sighs. Damn. Sexism. At the beginning. Cancel. Natsuki on Twitter, please. Natsuki. The other girl, apparently named Natsuki, relents and averts her gaze away from me. I'm also certain that this is the same Natsuki that Sarah said made some cupcakes. Her smaller stature makes me think she may be a first-year student. Sarah then gets closer to me and whispers, "Just ignore her when she gets moody." She then bounces back as she steps towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri's face goes a bit red. Don't just say things like that. I can imagine someone like her has a bit of a struggle keeping up with people like Sarah and Natsuki. And of course there's... Atazov? A voice then calls out from behind me, causing me to turn around to meet a face I'd not seen that much since the second year of high school. Monika? My face erupts a small grin. Alright. She doesn't look like she's changed too much. Then again, I've seen her around the school every so often, but we'd not had a class together since last school year. Back then, she was the most popular girl in the year, and I'm more than certain she still is. She's smart, beautiful, athletic. Come on, Atazov, stop glazing her for a bit, yeah? Let's continue along with the story. She's also someone way out of the league of a guy like me. To be honest, I did develop a sort of schoolboy crush on her during the time we shared that English class, but I never worked up the courage to ask her out. We did work on group projects, a fair bit though. I gulp. Ugh, fucking hell. Ugh. Yeah, that is of ASMR, Jesus Christ. I'm surprised we got over 10 views on most videos, Jesus. I haven't seen you since. Fucking hell, let me to read, there isn't even a since, Jesus. I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been? She smiles sweetly at me, still infectious as always. I've been good, just busy as usual. That reminds me, Monika, without a doubt, was the hardest working person I knew. Her grades were always either near the top or fully on the top of the class on exams. How about you, Atazov? I scratched the back of my neck nervously. I know me, same old, same old. I chuckled just as nervously. Anyways, why don't you come sit down? She gestures over to an amalgamation of desks in the center of the room, formed to create a makeshift table. I also noticed that Natsuki and Yuri have gone to the back of the club room, presumably to get some other things. With a nod to Monika, I then make my way to sit next to Sarah, still feeling kinda shy. Monika eventually joins us. Whilst having the occasional chat with Sarah, I do catch her making the occasional glance over at me. Interesting. Eventually, she starts talking to me once again. So, what made you consider club? I mean, I can't just lie to her. Well, Sarah mentioned it on the walk to school this morning, and I told her I'd check it out. I feels. Yes, and I'm a bloody high school. Yes, I'm a high school student, and I can read on a level of a fucking 5th grader. Good job. I feel my face redden a little. No need to get embarrassed. Monika eases any nerves I admittedly may have had. I promise we'll meek. Okay. Slowly. Please, Atazov. I promise we'll make you feel right at home, okay? Again, I find myself smiling at her. We then hear Natsuki's footsteps approaching. I turn and notice her holding a small plastic container. Must be the fabled cupcake Sarah was on about earlier. She then places the container on the table and rests her hand on the small lip on the edge of the lid. Lid, Atazov, lid. Bloody hell. Jesus. No. Okay, you all ready? No. Her voice is lined with anticipation. After a collective nod, my eye hurts. Natsuki practically what the hell? I'm sorry lads tonight, like, Jesus Christ. I'm getting distracted. Natsuki practically rips the lid off, revealing a batch of white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. Ta-da! I should bake something like that one day. I made fucking cinnamon buns due to fucking Sarah. Because they mentioned them in mods a lot and I was curious. They were extremely good. So hey, maybe cupcakes like those could be also good. Natsuki says that with a big toothy grin, clearly proud of her work. The three of our eyes lighten up. They look amazing. I feel kinda bad about eating them. The curse of good-looking food. So cute! Sarah's excitement overshadows everything else. We each take a cupcake and we start to eat. Honestly, they taste as great as they look. The soft texture of the white cream perfectly accompanies the taste of the small bits of chocolate. I turn to Natsuki, swallowing before opening my mouth. You made these? She raises an eyebrow. Yeah. These taste great. Thanks for bringing them. I give her a earnest smile, causing her to fold her arms and blush a little. Well, it's not like I made them for you or anything. I never said you did. I decide to give up on Natsuki's bizarre logic. Is that a JoJo reference? Bizarre, get it? Ha. I turn my attention to Yuri, who's coming over with a tray, holding a collection of teacups and a teapot. The faint steam hinting at a freshly made tea, always a pleasant smell. You keep a whole tea set in here? Yuri smiles as gently as ever. Okay, your next line is, don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. That's the one. Easy. I knew it. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I smile back. Well, I'm not complaining. Besides, I wouldn't turn down tea. I'm glad. Yuri's cheeks redden a bit as she sets the tray down and starts pouring a drink for each of us. One day I need to get some fucking recording buddies so we can have more voices. I don't care like if I would get the most manly man to voice some of the girls. It would just make it a bit more authentic, cause my voice range sucks, and honestly I'm too tired to make distinct voices without either squeaking extremely or fucking dying. She then takes a seat after handing us our respective cups. So, Atazov, what kind of things do you like to read? I was kinda afraid of this question. I'm gonna take a sip of a drink. Sadly not tea. I'm too lazy to do that at night. Like, yeah, I've read a fair bit in the past, but nowhere near as much as anybody else in the club has, let alone Yuri. Of course, I still gotta be honest. Well, most of the times it ends up being like manga, song lyrics, and some other books. My voice trails off a bit. No worries. Maybe I'll pick up something to read during your time here. Maybe I will. I smile at Yuri again. I also noticed that Natsuki's head seemed to perk up a bit when I mentioned me reading manga. Maybe I'll be able to get recommendations from them both one day. Who knows? As the conversations carry on between each of us, I learn a bit more about the girls' literary interests. Honestly, it's amazing that they all seem quite close, despite their varied tastes. It soon gets suggested that Natsuki's been writing poems recently, seemingly on the cute side. I'm kinda curious to learn more about that. It's interesting that they are trying to avoid the Act 1 syndrome of mods by letting the MC just talk about what happened and not showing it. Cause it conveys the same information as Act 1, but it keeps it a bit more fresh, I would say. It's not the same text over and over again. Like, with the fucking D line, I have seen that in so many mods, that same line, that I could literally do fucking a JoJo reference based on that. Because, like, it's in so many mods. So it's nice to see this. I turn to her. You write your own poems, Natsuki? I guess. Why do you care? I find it impressive. Would you mind sharing them at some point? No. She retreats into her chair a bit. You wouldn't like them. No, I'm not confident enough to say that I'll know her the next line of MC. I knew the next line, Jesus. Not a confident writer, I presume. Well, one joke about Joseph Joestar is enough. Stating the obvious as usual. I feel the same as Natsuki. Yuri suddenly pipes up, still as gentle as ever. Sharing that level of writing requires more than just confidence. You must be willing to show your readers your vulnerable side, even showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. It was quite poetic, if I do say myself. Monika joins the conversation again. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe Natsuki would feel comfortable if you shared some of your work. Yuri goes to say something but falls silent shortly after a bit of stammering. I empathize with her in a way. Like, I'm not usually the best at sharing my more emotional side so freely, especially with people I've really just met. We still got a bit of time. I glance back at Monika. I guess it's the same for Yuri too. Aww, Sari seems slightly downcast. I wanted to read everyone's poems. There is a moment of silence. Seemingly out of nowhere, Monika's vibrant green eyes sparkle. Okay, everyone, I've got an idea. Our collective gaze fixes onto Monica. How about we all go home and write a poem of our own and then share them tomorrow? That way, we'll all be even. There is a bit of hesitation from Natsuki and Yuri. Kind of expected that to be the case though. I go to speak. I definitely be. Yeah, let's do it. I'm suddenly cut off by Sari's burst of energy. How the hell do I keep up with her? Does seem to put a smile on Monica's face though. She turns to me, and since we've got a new member now, it should help strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Atasoff? Well, I hadn't been actively considering joining any clubs full time, but I can't deny that this club has quite a relaxed atmosphere. Please don't say that you haven't decided it, just say that. Yeah, sure. Cause like it's the same routine in each mod, please. Be it because of the girls themselves or simply because it's a smaller club, I had boba. I still haven't quite worked it on out yet. Besides, if writing poems is what it takes to reconnect with Monica, then I'd say it's worth it. I collect my thoughts. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Wait, you're joining? My response seems to take Sarah by surprise. I nudge her. Come on, you think I wouldn't join? Besides, it's kinda cozy. The feeling of happiness about my decision seems to be mutual throughout the group. Hell, even Natsuki seems to be glad. If you just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Sounds like something I could see myself saying. Well, that makes it official. Whilst Monica's voice is addressing the four of us, her eyes remain focused on me. Welcome to the Literature Club. After that, the meeting slowly comes to its conclusion. It was a lot less nerve-wracking than I thought it'd be. Everyone seems really nice too, which makes the atmosphere that much better. I pull out my phone to make a note for tonight's assignment. Write a poem for tonight. Sarah then skips up to me as I slide my phone back into my pocket. You ready to go? Yeah, hang on. I sling my bag over my shoulder. Before we leave, I wave and say goodbye to the rest of the club. While Natsuki and Yuri shyly wave back at me, Monika waves back in a way that's almost she's saying goodbye to an old friend. See you tomorrow! Me and Sarah then begin our journey home. All throughout the walk home, my mind is already racing about what I could write tonight. However, there's only one thing, one person, in fact, that my mind keeps coming back to. That being Monica. I wanted to say that, come on, stop stealing my stuff. Just Monica. I couldn't put a finger on it as to why she was floating around in my brain. Me, because you have a CRUSH. Hmm. Maybe it's. Yeah, easy, told you. Maybe it's because of my still present crush on her, I can't say for sure. All I do know is that she leaves me with this rather pleasant feeling in my chest, almost reminding me of when I first laid eyes on her. I stop momentarily and place my hand on my chest. Oh yeah, make it! Can you make it even more fucking obvious? Why don't you fucking go hard eyes and shit like that? My heart won't stop pounding. My brother in Christ, that's an insane crash. Jesus. Out that is off. Sarah's vase breaks my thoughts. Yeah? I turn to face her, my face feeling slightly red. You okay? My hand still on my chest, I feel my heartbeat starting to steady. It's nothing, Sarah. I can't tell her why I'm feeling this way. Well, at least why I think I do anyways. Just how would she even react? Just got stuff on my mind is all. The look at Sarah gives me is that one says I can see right through you. But she doesn't say anything to confirm that suspicion. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. I bid her goodbye as we go our separate ways. As usual, I try the door to see if Mom's back from work. I get my key out of my pocket and let myself in. Well then. Haha, fatherless. Well, anyways. This is where we'll end it for today. I hope you lots enjoyed. Jesus Christ. I hope you lots enjoyed the video. Please smash like, comments, fucking comment in the comments that I have no idea how to speak yet or read, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video and enjoy your day. Bye bye.